What's going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins back at it again with another video. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button because we definitely deserved it. We talked about this move in our last video. If you guys check it out, we talked about this SMA acting as resistance to also watch out for this area, right? That SMA I said above 442. We should see some possible upside towards that 443 and maybe even higher from there, and watch it for a possible rejection, right? So today we actually got some monster volume going into the bell. If we jump down towards the 5-minute chart over here, we could see that we basically started to pull back a little bit, right before market open, and boom, monster volume started to step in over here, started to push in, market started to hold, be stabilized, and we actually started to push from as low as 440, and we made a high all the way up towards 444 over here. So definitely want to watch to see how the market's going to react tomorrow. We do have Powell speaking tomorrow. We did have a little sell-off going into like 2 o'clock, going into the close. We dropped from 444 down towards as low as like 442.90. So we want to see what happens tomorrow. Powell does speak tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Typically when he does speak, it does kind of spook traders out. Next levels we want to watch. I want to see if we basically get above 446. 446 is the 180-day SMA. Once we break 446, I think we could start pushing up towards 448. If not, and we do suffer from some type of pullback, I think if we break 442.80, we could start retesting that SMA at 441. So keep an eye on the overall SPY. A few stocks we want to talk about. Tesla basically had a little bit of a pullback. We are watching it to basically break that 760 level, right? We've basically been hitting 760 as resistance multiple times, and this time was no different. We hit 760, had a pullback, dropped as low as 747 today, and then we basically started to pick back up, bounced off that 20-day SMA, and we're kind of consolidating over here. So definitely want to see how Tesla reacts tomorrow. I think above 755, we can start retesting 760. If not, I think if we start to break 751, we could start retesting the 20-day SMA at 746. So keep an eye on Tesla tomorrow. Next one I wanted to talk about is Affirm. So we've been calling this out. If you guys check our videos, we said that there was possibly a gap fill play to be had. And sure enough, the gap fill is in motion. So if we're looking at over here, we can see that we basically struggled to break that 126, came back down, tested 106, came back up, tested 120, came back down 106. This is a double bottom over here. We're struggling to break the same low twice, right? That's typically a bullish sign. And sure enough, people started to basically buy that, and we're pushing back up right now. So definitely want to watch to see how we react going into tomorrow. The stock is basically running. I want to see if we get above at least 129 and start pushing up towards 146, which was the previous high, and that will basically complete this basically full gap fill pattern that's going on right here. So let's watch out to see if that happens. If not, and we suffer from some type of pullback tomorrow, especially on a Powell day, so we want to see if we basically break that 121, start dropping down towards 116. All my Lucid traders, right? So Lucid has basically been trading sideways over here, consolidating. We basically pushed up towards 28, dropped down towards 24, trying to stay bullish over here. We bounced up a little bit, having some type of resistance at 26. I think if we break 26, we could start pushing up towards 27. Or if we break 24.90, we could start pushing up towards 24.22. Pfizer has news today. So Pfizer has news saying the booster shots are they're trying to get them to be eligible for people over 65. They feel like they need them the most. The stock is basically unmoved about all this information coming out right now. Definitely want to see what happens with them. So definitely want to keep a watch on this. I think if we start to break above 45, we can start pushing up towards 45.90, still underneath that SMA on the 180-day. And we're still basically struggling to break above it on the 20-day. You can see that as many times as it tried, it hasn't really broke above that 20-day SMA. That's why I'm thinking above 45, we can start pushing up towards 45.85 and a lot higher from there. If not, the break of 43 down towards 42.92 over here. Moderna, I see a lot of my students making some good money on there. So definitely want to check out Moderna for you guys. I think if we break 467 or 469, this area has been tested before. It has been some type of support and breakout zone before. I think if we break 469, we could start pushing up towards the 500 zones. Did have a nice little push up today. If we do start to pull back, watch for that 442 down towards 431 on Moderna. I think last but not least, let's talk about AMC, right? AMC, we called it out for a possible bounce pre-market. It already started to do the bounce, and that was basically a little bit alarming. That it basically started to do the bounce. It basically had some type of support over here. We said watch for that break of 40. It did break 40, went up towards 42. We were hoping for that move towards 43, and it seems like it's selling off after market close over here. So definitely want to watch to see what happens. Is there any type of news affecting this stock? So definitely want to keep an eye on this one as it comes into tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is Friday. So if you're trading Friday, remember same day expiration contracts. If you're an option trader, those are very risky, right? You may want to get next week expirations, especially with this high volatility situation that we're having with the overall market. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys have a green trading day. Close the week off strong. Remember, practice safe trading. Don't take too much risk. And I'll see you guys in the next video.